Hi, this is Dr. Martina, your sexuality expert. And I have a question for you today. And my question is, why is sex important to you first, and then why? Why you're having sex? Let's just assume your answer is it's very important. Then my next question is immediately, whose answer is this? Is this your answer? Or is this your husband's answer, your wife's, your girlfriend's, your ex-girlfriend, your partner's? Whose answer is it? If sex is really important to you, it would be nice to find out why. Could it be there's all kinds of reasons why sex is important? I've heard all of them in my praxis. It could be maybe sex is important because because it keeps the peace in your marriage. I know we've heard that. I know they made movies about that. They made scenes about that. Maybe sex is important to you because you having sex to get nice things, to get things like shoes, new car, vacation, love. Maybe you're having sex because it makes you feel like you belong, to bring some normality into your life, because you feel like everybody else is having sex, so you might as well also have sex. Maybe you're having sex, maybe it's important because your marriage is important to you. And I've heard this just last week from a client. I'm having sex because, it belongs to the marriage. Maybe you're having sex because you want to have a child. Maybe you're having sex because without it, your stress level in your life is too high. Maybe you're having sex because, oh God, there's so many reasons. Because it feels good. It makes you and your whole body feel good. Or maybe you're having sex because it is just something you like doing. As you can see, there's all kinds of reasons why sex is important to you. I've actually asked that question myself. I ask that question, why sex is important to me, frequently. Because the reasons change. As I change, as my life changes, my body changes, my sexuality changes, so do the reasons why I'm having sex. In my 20s, the reason why I was having sex was solely because I thought if I have sex with people, they would love me and would not leave me. Of course, that didn't happen, but I sure believed in that, and I had lots of sex for that. In my 30s, I was in a sexless relationship. Otherwise, the relationship was absolutely beautiful and perfect, but we had no sex, and so the topic of our fights for a couple of years was about the lack of sex and how important it was to me. I didn't know why, but I just knew I had to have it, and I wanted to have it with the person I was loving and in love with, and with the person who loved me. We opened up the marriage. Well, we opened up the relationship, the committed relationship, so I was able to go out and have sex. And so I had sex to impress people, because my self-esteem was very low, and I was not feeling good about myself because the person I was in love with in a relationship was not didn't want to have any sex with me. So I really focused on giving really good sex, working really hard and becoming a skilled lover on the giving side, not on the receiving side. So I was giving a lot of pleasure. I was not having any pleasure because I didn't know anything about my body. In my 40s, the importance of sex for me in my life became because I was just tired of not having pleasurable sex for myself, and I went to study human sexual behavior and started my studies as a clinical sexologist. So I was breathing sex, I was learning sex, and I was having a lot of sex because I thought I had to and I wanted to try it all. I felt like I was going to a Sunday brunch buffet where I'd just go with the biggest plate and try it all. And I did try it all, and I went back for seconds for the things that I liked. And the rest I left for others to eat. So that was my motivation in my 40s. Learned a lot about sex, so the motivation or the importance of sex was carried by my desire to know about it and learn about it and learn about my body. In my 50s and beyond, the importance of sex is because I love it, and period. And that's just about it. So as you can see, there's lots of reasons to justify the importance of sex. But what really matters is why you think sex is important and why you're having sex. So I encourage you to spend time and effort in asking that question to you currently, now, in your life, and asking, why are you having sex? And if any of the reasons I've mentioned are familiar to you, then you have something to relate to. And it really doesn't matter what your reasons are as long as you include the reason of the body. Sex does make good sex, happy sex, makes your body feel good, and it improves the quality of your life. So I encourage you to learn about your motivations and learn about why you're having sex. Learn and ask yourself those maybe hard but important questions. And if you need any help with it, contact me. I'll be more than glad to help you. Have a happy and sexy day.